Hawaii is moving toward Japan at 3 to 4 inches per year, about 5 feet every 20 years. And a deck of cards, the King of Hearts is the only king without a mustache. Good morning and good night text messages activate the part of the brain responsible for happiness. A study from Harvard University finds that having no friends can be just as deadly as smoking. Both affect levels of a blood-clotting protein. The Apollo missions have left 96 bags of poop, pee, and vomit on the moon. Giraffes give birth while standing up. Their babies must drop more than 5 feet, 1.5 meters, to the ground as they're born. Rubber bands will last much longer when they are refrigerated. At an average of 15 breaths per minute, we take about 400 million breaths during a lifetime. This is equivalent to about 53 million gallons of air. Hugging your cat has been shown to reduce stress and anxiety, especially for people who are dealing with illness, depression, PTSD, and other ailments. Every day, between 10 and 20 volcanoes are erupting somewhere on Earth. However, the chances of them all erupting at once is almost impossible. Bananas contain a natural chemical which can make a person happy. This same chemical is also found in a well-known antidepressant. A bolt of lightning can reach 53,540 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, which is 10,340 degrees Fahrenheit. No matter how badly fingerprints are damaged, they will always grow back in their original pattern. Food tastes better when someone else makes it. When you make yourself a meal, you're around it so long that it feels less exciting by the time you actually dig in. It takes longer to drown in salt water than in fresh water. Because of this, around 90% of drownings occur in fresh water. Living in sight of water can make you calmer, happier and more creative, a study found. If you combine all the ants in the world, they weigh about the same as if you combine all the people. If you sneeze while traveling at 60 miles per hour, your eyes are closed for an average of 50 feet. The same brain cycles that occur when asleep still happen when you're awake, but in smaller sections. Meaning, parts of your brain are always falling asleep. It takes 5 positive things to outweigh a single negative thing. Our brains have something called a negativity bias that makes us remember bad news more than the good ones. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. There is around 3 trillion trees on Earth compared with the estimated 250 billion plus stars in the Milky Way. On average, a 150-pound person burns 114 calories per hour while standing and doing nothing. Bears don't pee or poop while hibernating. Their bodies convert waste into protein used to preserve muscle during the long sleep. The bird on the Twitter logo is named Larry. He was named after the basketball player Larry Bird, who played for the Boston Celtics. When you exercise, the burned fat metabolizes to become carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Burning, you exhale the fat that you lose. The small intestine is bigger than the large intestine. The small intestine measures at 20 feet long and 1 inch in diameter. Meanwhile, the large intestine is 5 feet long and 3 inch in diameter. Essentially, the small intestine is larger than the large intestine. Just 30 minutes of daily complaining can physically damage your brain. Listening to someone constantly complain also negatively affects brain function. The bee hummingbird drinks from up to 1,500 flowers a day. If you type the word "askew" into the Google search box, the entire page will tilt slightly. If you plant an apple seed, it is almost guaranteed to grow in a tree of a different type of apple. Over 80% of people feel more confident approaching an attractive person if that person has a dog with them. Giraffes and humans have the same amount of neck bones, that is 7. Chocolate discharges the same chemical into your body that is produced when you start falling in love. Mosquito repellents don't repel. They hide you. The spray blocks the mosquitoes' sensors so they don't know you're there. The number of stars on the AU flag doesn't represent anything. 12 stars were chosen as a number with no political association and as a symbol of unity. Listening to your favorite music for just 15 minutes a day lowers stress levels, anxiety, sadness, and a depressed mood. Adult cats only meow at humans, not other cats. Kittens meow to their mother, but once they get a little older, cats no longer meow to other cats. Einstein couldn't speak fluently until after his 9th birthday. His parents thought he was mentally handicapped. The longest common word with all the letters in alphabetical order is almost. 3 days after they die, ants give off an odor which other ants pick up on. They come pick up the ant and carry it to an ant graveyard. The word lethologica describes the state of not being able to remember the word you want. The original name for the search engine Google was Backrub. It was renamed Google after the Google. The name was a play on the mathematical expression for the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. A person cannot taste food unless it is mixed with saliva.